The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? Let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, everybody? What's up, Casey? Shout out to all my members. All my members repping right now. Make sure you become a member. I know Vegas already dropped the link. Shout out to Vegas. Vegas, are you the only moderator? Thank you for holding it down. What's up, Cammy? Thank you for coming. What's up, Nunya? What's up, Casey? Who else we got here? Who else? Dolores, thank you. Leanne. Woo Chow. What's up, Woo Chow? How you doing? Nelly, thank you, Nelly, for coming. Who else we got here? What's up, Kim? Thank you. I know we got Charlie B. We got Niqua up in the building. What's up, y'all? Thank you for coming. Shout out to everybody else for joining. If I miss you, you know I love you. Arya, Nadi, I see all of y'all. Okay, there we go. Kayla, Queen Shay, Southern Belle, Simply Diamond. Okay. What's up, Patrice? How you doing? Shout out to Patrice. All right, y'all. So the information on the Dallas County website has finally been updated. Jag is officially, well, it was confirmed yesterday, but she officially, like she all in the system and everything like that. So you see her now. Why is my thing time? It's weird. I'm live, but my phone's like timing out like it's about to go dark. That's hella weird, y'all. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, she has been booked and everything. She's extradited. She's in Dallas. She's in the North Tower. I don't know if it made a difference what tower she is, but she in jail, y'all. Now, her bond is like crazy right now because her bond is actually showing that she is, y'all, they put it at $21,500. That's what her bond. And this basically coincides with the first two charges. The first one, the insufficient bond, that's because she's a fugitive and she left the country. That's that. I'm not the country, left the state. That's what that one's about. And then the obstruction or retaliation, that's the $20,000 bond. So that's the initial, you know, thing that the misdemeanor, all that stuff. So I don't know. So if you skip out on your initial bail, do you then have to pay the whole thing? That's the part I don't know. If you miss out on your initial bail, do you have to pay the whole thing? I got 5. Thank you, Niqua. I'll make sure not to give it to Jag and keep my $2. Thank you, Niqua. I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm confused. Like, do you get to, like, does she have to pay the whole thing or just the, 10%? And still, the question is, who's going to put the 10% down? What'd you say, Casey? You see she got her face. I see Jag got her face on for the mugshot. You think she did? I noticed that her eye was kind of pink, and I'm sorry the picture's so small, but I noticed her eye was kind of irritated. But that's because remember she was in the pool. Yes, sometimes. Yes, you do have to pay the full. Oh, okay. No one. Okay, so we getting a little mixed reaction. So all my YouTube lawyers out there, I'm gonna do a 30-second countdown. Does Jag have to pay the full thing, or she just has to pay the 10%? 30-second countdown. One of my YouTube lawyers let me know. That's a great question. That is a great question. Where's the 45 million? Okay, 10% full. No, just the hold on. Miracle Love said no, just the missed payment. Okay, so she does have to pay the 1,500. Now that part I'm not confused about. The 1,500, she do have to pay that because that's the bond that she skipped out on. It's called bathed. She bathed. Oh, she. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. That is funny, Cammy. Depends, but full amount. Yeah. We need Stephanie. I know, where is Stephanie? Let me see if I can call Stephanie real quick. And by the way, Stephanie doesn't know this, but Stephanie Collins will be representing Jag. Since Jag doesn't have a lawyer, I'm trying to convince Stephanie to be her public defender and help her out. So hopefully we'll be able to get Stephanie Collins to represent Jag and try to get her out of jail. So Stephanie, we looking for you. Oh, damn. Did Stephanie block me? I can't find Stephanie. I was really going to message her, y'all, and be like, hey, can you come to the live? Oh, here she is. She didn't block me, y'all. We good. With YouTubers, you never know. That's the thing. Let me take this down real quick. No, y'all. I'm gonna take this down because I want to tell y'all something. Because I went into somebody chat the other day and I was like, hey, I don't know if you like me or not, but I enjoy your content. If you drag me, just make sure to make it funny. Because like sometimes like you'll say like, oh yeah, I like this YouTuber, they're cool, they're dope. And then in the matter of like maybe like 24 to 48 hours later, they're doing a video about how you begged to be on their channel and that you a sucker and you this and that. And so sometimes it's a little discouraging to give people shout outs or show people love because then they want to talk shit about you. So, but let me put this shit back up, y'all. Anyway, Stephanie. Okay, Stephanie, I told the people that you would be representing Jag. Did I overstep my boundaries by offering your services? I'm just trying to help Jag out. Jag ain't got no other lawyer. We might as well see if Stephanie will do it pro bono. Would you do it? Do it pro bono. It would make for amazing content, or like I say, content. It make for amazing content. Okay, so we're gonna see what Stephanie says and how she feels. We're gonna see how she feels about it. Got hooked on it. Do anybody else do that when they leave in a message? They be like, so today I was reaching out and I wanted to know, am I the only one who does that? I know I ain't the only one who do that. Come on now. I'm not the only one. Do we really want her out? That's the thing. She need to stay in there for at least a cool minute. That's what I said. A cool minute. But then again, Nelly, I said, I don't think this is the right. the way the jails and shit work, it's not the right place for her to be. However, I don't know what place she need to be, but I don't think it's jail. Excuse me. She need like a lot of help, you know? No, Stephanie, my cousin, she wouldn't do that to me. I don't think. Yeah, but hopefully she's able to find something that works for her, you know? Something that will help her get over whatever she's going through. And then this is me being Andre Turner the second. This is me being myself. Like, she obviously needs something to when you don't have the right support system around you, you know? Oh, she needs 6 months to a year. Ooh, okay. She had a lot of chances to help herself, and you're right. She continued to run amok. You're right about that. She needs to be in a mental hospital getting help. Yeah. And that's the thing too. She was in a mental hospital, but it don't seem like they were helping. Like, what's the process in the mental hospital? Like, is there like, to really help rehabilitate you? And like, that's my criticism about prison and stuff like that, is that it's supposed to be there to rehabilitate you to go back into society, but it doesn't. Because every time Jag goes back into society, she acts a goddamn fool. And this is just me being honest. Kim, I agree. She needs healing. Yes. She needs healing, and not sexual healing. She needs spiritual and all that kind of healing. That's what she needs. Leave her ass there. Damn, a lot of y'all want her in jail. Okay. Well, since everybody wants her in jail, how long should Jag be in jail for? We're going to do another 30-second countdown. Shut the hell up. We're doing a 30-second countdown. How long should Jag be in jail for? Let's go. Okay. Arlene said lifetime, 2 years minimum, 1 year. It's cheaper to keep her in jail. 2 years, as long as her crime permits. 1 year, 365 days, 1 year. Okay, so I'm doing like a quick average. It seemed like people say like about 1 year. Um, 1 year, okay. Um, Here's the thing. Internally, like the real AT2, I would say if she's not a violent criminal, I don't think she should be in there for more than like a couple of months. Like, this is just because, the lady needs to take a chill pill. That's why I think she does need to be in there. I would say for me, just a couple of months. And then hopefully they can transfer her somewhere where she can get actual help. Like, I'm just thinking about this. I know there's a hospital, but like, what do the hospital actually do? That's what I don't know. I've never been in the hospital, so I don't know. But like, what does the hospital do differently from the jail? Is it just that she's not in handcuffs and that's really the difference? Because it doesn't seem like, are when she go in the hospital, do they give her therapy? Do they give her gutting people is invited? Well, yeah, that is let's be clear. Hey, Will-Child, I'm not mad at you or nothing, but I'm just saying she hasn't acted upon it. Now, did we see her beat up Goomba and stuff like that? Yes. Now, if that was her charge, she deserves to be in jail for that. But we have not seen. Oh, thank you, Vegas. Remind them to get them likes up. Thank you. But we have not seen her physically harm anybody. That's where I'm coming from, y'all. I'm not saying that the threats were ever okay. And let's be honest, we do have to take threats seriously. How many times do we hear these stories about oh, the police came out, somebody made a threat, we didn't care, the police didn't care about it, then, the police were called again, and this time somebody lost their life because the police did not pay attention to it. I definitely get it from that standpoint. Um, but for me, when Jag is talking her crazy shit and doing all this, I don't see her. I see her more talking about it than being about it. I think the attention that she gets on YouTube is what is her actual sickness. The attention that she gets on YouTube is her actual sickness. I think that if it wasn't for the YouTube and her name trending and stuff like that, she would probably just be normal. I'm still in the belief. I know she suffers from mental health and stuff like that. Hell, we all do. But like I said, when I would have phone conversations with Jag, she was very much in control. Would she say crazy stuff here on there? Yeah, but for the most part, she knows what she's doing. She told me herself, if we ever had a falling out or if I recorded her, just make sure that shit go viral. She don't care how bad it is, just make sure it goes viral. You should record every phone call we have and then post it. And she would say these kind of things to me, and I'm all like, no, because I thought we were actual friends. That's why I don't use the friend word no more. I thought we were actual friends. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to record you or try to put the phone calls on blast and stuff like that. So a lot of the stuff I will say, when you see the Dookie Way or you see the other guy posting the messages and the phone calls, now I'm still in the belief that they should not be doing that, but Jag gives them full permission. Jag gives them full permission to post all her shit and do all that ridiculous stuff. It's unfortunate too, because you think like friends would be like, yo, like, let's just make sure. Pastor J said no friends on you. Yeah, he did say that, huh? You would think they'd be like, hey, I want you to go ahead and get better. I want you to be the best you can be. But you don't see that. It's all like, no, this is a click and a view. If everybody else getting clicks and views, why can't I? Why do I have to be the moral police? Because you'll hear Dookie Way say, oh, I'm not talking about Jag anymore. And then he'll talk about Jag. It's the hypocrisy for me. And trust me, it's okay to talk about Jag. Jag does not have to be your main content. It can be Jag, and then just like I don't do super long videos on Jag anymore. I try to do it at least with under 30 minutes and then move on to another subject. I'll give you guys a good 30 minutes, just like in real life, I'll give about a good 30 seconds. And then if you didn't get yours, then you got to move on. I probably shouldn't have said that, but it is what it is, Give you a good 30 minutes and then I move on. It's nothing wrong with it. It's content. It's content at the end of the day. But, you're going to try to stand on some moral high ground and be like, I don't use her. I do it the right way. No, we all do it the wrong way. If we did it the right way, we'd be trying to get this lady some help. We would be pulling in our resources and being all like, what medical facility can we take this lady into? How can we be of help of her? What resources in Texas, there's out there that would be an alternative? Like, does this lady even have a home to go to when she get out of jail? I know they keep saying she know people in Dallas and stuff like that, but are those people in Dallas going to want to deal with this bullshit? It's just a question, y'all. We're making commentary, right? The Jag is a bottomless pit. She will take attention any way she can get it, right? Then they should post her bail. I agree. After all their collecting super chats, right? Exactly. Niqua says she got 5 on it, so she doing it for me. That's our $5 that she's putting up. But yeah, I definitely think if they're, they reaped all the benefits of it. They should be the one at least putting money on her books. Let her get some oodles and noodles. Puppet Master agrees. At least give her enough. Let me skip ahead, you guys. I'm sorry. What's up, Queen B More? She said, I'd help her though if she would honestly take heed. Right. That's another thing too. It's all like you can't really help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. However, I think that if you would have honest conversations with her and be all like, hey, I think this is not the right move. You should do A, B, C, and D. Instead, they use this thing like, oh, well, I tell her in private that I don't agree with blah, blah, blah. I highly doubt that they tell her in private that she's wrong or she needs to do X, Y, and Z. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you guys agree? I ain't going to do a 30-second countdown. Don't worry. But do you guys agree? Do you think that they tell her in private that she's wrong, or do you think they just go along with it? I doubt anyone would attempt to help her. She would turn on them. True. Velma, all she needs. Oh, okay. So Velma is saying all she needs is a 2000. Okay, you believe KP is a snake? See, y'all. So y'all think KP is the snake compared to the Dookie way. I think they all snakes, but I thought KP liked Jag more than. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Your info is wrong. Oh, okay. Maybe I should put this. That's funny. When y'all having conversations in the chat, I try not to pull those ones up because, like, I don't want it to get confused and take away from the show. So yeah, I try to keep it at minimum. I agree, AT2. Right. She can't pay 10% on the 50. That's true. I just don't know because it's one thing, you bail her out, but is she going to go to court? She's still trying to move to Louisiana. Is there a place for her in Louisiana? Like, there's still so much out there that you got to worry about when you bail her out. They want her to keep acting a fool and right. But the funny part is, I don't know if you guys noticed. I know that I've noticed that you're not getting maybe 1,000 people in the room for talking about Jag. Now, if you mix Jag in with the YouTubers and all about the drama with the different YouTubers and stuff like that, yeah, you can probably get 1,000 people in the room and stuff like that. But I'm already noticing that people are already tired of Jag. It's kind of like at this point, if the lady's in jail, what more content there is, there's a YouTuber out there, right? And it's a man. More recently, remember they used to say AT2 hate women and I hate black women and all this stuff. They used to say that a lot, but I've been fighting more men lately. Have y'all noticed that? One of my subscribers, and I'm actually cool with this person, they really hurt me. They're like, hey, AT2, I like you, but they said that you hate black women. So, I just wanted to know if that was true. And so they really, really, really hurt me bad because I was like, I never want to give anybody that impression, but it was way early in the beginning. So I know this person is here and they're watching right now. I'm not mad at you or whatever, but it hurt me at the time and I'm over it. It's completely fine. But it's like, oh, Stephanie here. Oh, somebody made it rain. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Tanisha. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you. But it really hurt me and stuff like that. And so now I'm a little bit more it's fine or whatever. And I think we're always going to have these kind of cultural and gender wars. Whenever it's a man or a woman, a black or a white person, whatever it is, people are always going to say shit. So it doesn't bother me anymore. It was just at the time I was kind of like, whoa, like what's going on? Like, huh? Right. Right. You got to be careful who you get your information from. That is right, Miss T. But anyway, moving on to what I was saying. There's a male. He actually works for another content creator. So wink, wink. But Stephanie, I'm gonna drop the link so you can come up because I have to explain what I did to you. And it's easier than me repeating myself in the chat because I at least want you to be able to defend yourself. But thank you so much for the super chat. And he's claiming that, oh, this other content creator thinks that he knows everything. He was talking about the governor's warrant and all that stuff. Remember, I was mentioning the governor's warrant, right? And so, he mentions that a lot and about how, oh, yeah. Thank you, Nico. I appreciate that. Yeah, they think they know this, but we got the real information over here. We know everything. And honestly, he doesn't even have a deep voice or anything. No, you didn't lose your wrench. You're still a moderator. He doesn't have a deep voice or anything like that. He more talks like this. Yeah, you can go over there to AT2, and AT2, he don't have the information, and so AT2, he thinks he knows everything, and he talks like a little bitch. I don't have a deep voice either, but he has a very soft, meek voice. Like a little teddy bear. You know how you pet a teddy bear? That's what kind of voice he has, and so he feels like. He likes to remind people that I don't know the correct information. Yeah, the one that looks like light-skinned Michael Jackson. That's the one who I'm talking about. He got that Michael Jackson voice. And, he'd be like, yeah, so AT2, he doesn't know everything. He doesn't know this and that. And, he thinks he knows about a governor warrant. And he doesn't know anything about the governor's warrant. He doesn't know anything. And I'm all like, okay, but I don't understand why he's calling out me. Intangible, you have it right. You know who it is. And I'm all like, why is he calling out me? I thought Stephanie clicked the link. You know what? For some reason, it's not working. Hold on. And mind you, I didn't know I had any issue with him. And then one day, he was like, yeah, you can go watch that fat guy. Oh, excuse me. He said, you can go watch that fat guy, AT2. And I'm all like, why I gotta be the fat guy? I was like, why I gotta be the fat guy? So, and that's the thing too. I'll be all like, yo, I thought not that we were ever friends. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think I was friends with. I don't even know him. He's just a sidekick. He's not even the main character. So anyway, I was like, the fat guy, like what? Like where all this shade coming from? The only thing I have ever said, and this is to all content creators, but definitely that little sector that they have over there. Listen, don't bring your people over here and tell them to tell people in my chat, oh, to get the real information, you need to come over to my channel. I politely check these motherfuckers, put them in their place and tell them, don't do that. They get deleted or blocked, but don't tell somebody that they need to go over to somebody else's channel or go to your channel to get the real information. Don't do that. That shit is disrespectful. So when I check you politely, it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I have ever said. But I don't talk about your content. I don't talk about you or anything like that. Just don't bring that bullshit over here about how, oh, I need to go over to your channel or my people need to go over to your channel and, get the correct information. That shit is not right. I would never tell any of my people to go over to somebody else's channel and then tell them to get the real information. If anything, I would say, don't watch their channel, just watch my channel. I would just say that. Don't tell your people to come over to my shit and then that's bullshit. What's his name? Pitbull had a song about Kulo. Now y'all know who I'm talking about. Mr. Ass Man. What's up, Stephanie? Speaking of an ass man, we have an ass woman here.
Okay. Well, what happened now? What happened now? What's the meaning of this outrage? What had happened? Because
Okay,
I don't even know what had happened.
okay, you're gonna be mad at me. Okay. Oh, well, let me
I'm
tell you about
sure.
Jag, right? Yeah, you will be because I offered your services. So,
Oh shit.
so
Oh
Jag.
no. That's hilarious. No, see, no, because I wanted to represent Bobby down at Legends and DeSoto, who was serving the people with the fan of weed. Now
No,
I wanted to represent him. Now we don't know if he ever got a case, but I wanted to represent him. Now, don't tell me what you're showing me on the screen here. Do not tell me what I think you're about to tell me. Do not, do not, do not. I don't think you did this. I'm going to deny it. You did not do this. You did not do what I think you did. Nope, you didn't do it.
well, I said since she doesn't have a lawyer, but she has 45 million in trust funds, I figured you can do it pro bono, and then once she get her trust fund money, she could pay you.
Okay, okay. Well, hell, if I'm not gonna how should I say this about Miss Ain't Right? Um, you know, just like her goddaughter is the daughter of Miss Ara and Miss Rihanna, rest in peace. I'm her lawyer. It's about the same.
Oh wait, my phone went out. You say you'll be her lawyer?
I said I'm her lawyer in the same way that her goddaughter Laguna is Ara Kelly's daughter and Aaliyah's daughter. Rest in peace.
Right. Oh man. Oh shit. You cracked me up. Anyway, yeah, so question for you. Now, I don't know if you know this, but it says her bond total is 21,500, right? Now, when you
Okay.
skip out on the bond, the first one is the initial bond, that 1,500 up top. Now, when you
Yeah.
skip out
Okay.
on the first one, don't you have to pay the whole thing?
Well, so it looks like here she's got two different cases because the warrant number, that's the misdemeanor. It starts with an M. That's the same thing, the resisting arrest that happened at the when she got arrested in DeSoto at the police station, and then the obstruction and retaliation. That's the 20,000. So it's 20. Yeah, it's 21,500 for the both cases. Um, and so here's the issue: is I think she's kind of stuck because either I mean she'd have to get another personal bond. Well, to get a personal bond at all, she'd have to convince both those judges that she wouldn't do this again, which is going to be tough. And then
Mm,
to post a surety bond, yeah, her percentage is going to be a lot higher than it normally would, I would guess, because she done took off already once,
right. She's a
and so
fugitive.
yeah. And so I don't know any bond company that'd be willing to just say, okay, cool, I'm sure you won't do it again. That's going to be a tough sell, So she's looking at probably having to have a co-signer, post a larger percentage than just the regular 10% standard, have some collateral. I think she's looking at some other issues besides just the bond amount. I think there's going to be some more ins and outs of it if she was able to, before she's able to post anything.
Right, because I got another bomb for the people, and I'm gonna drop it with you right now. She has
Okay.
a court date on the 12th.
Okay. That's
So,
not
it's
far from
weird
now.
because there's already a bond, but she has a court date on the 12th. So, why does she have a court date if she can possibly be bonded out? Like, don't usually they keep you until the court date?
Well, so because it's so quick, I think she just hit Dallas win not too long ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because it's so quick, it's so like within a week of her hitting Dallas jail because she is in custody, and so they docket the jail defendants a lot quicker because they are in jail. If she was to post bond, that'd probably get
Mm,
reset, as a regular docket setting. So I mean, yeah, everybody unless there are very specific exceptions in Texas where you're not entitled to a bond amount. And this is not one of them, even though she's already been a fugitive once. She's still entitled to a bond amount, and she's
Got
entitled to
you.
be able to make that bond however she can, outside of personal bond, which it doesn't look, I don't think a judge is going to be too happy about that, too willing to do that. But she can work with a bail bondsman who would post it. Then that court date would probably be reset to a regular, just, first appearance. She'd go on down the road. But she has such a quick court date because she's in jail. And they set those a lot quicker
Mm.
in the hopes of moving the case faster so people don't sit in jail any longer than they absolutely have to.
Oh, so in Texas they want you out of jail?
Well, they want your case to
That
get
wasn't
moving
supposed to be
because,
shady. I'm sorry. That came out
yeah,
real.
no, they want your cases to get moving because we have such a jail population here that we don't want people to just, cases just sit there dormant because they want people out of that jail. It's expensive to house people and we have an overcrowding problem. So if there's any way to get them out, the counties are pretty focused on getting them out of there. So, much often to their detriment. Often to their detriment. A lot of times there's a lot of pressure put on the attorneys. Well, your client's sitting in jail, just take this little probation or whatever. They can walk out today. Well, and then they can walk back in the next month because they've already violated. Really were entitled to
Mm.
a dismissal, but they had that jail leverage hanging over their heads where it's like, yeah, I'll take the probation. I just want out. And it's like, no, 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 you need to sit here because this case is junk. They're going to dismiss it. If you just sit here, roll with me for a couple months, they'll dismiss this case. No, 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 I got this. I got probation. I got it. No, okay. And then here we are, and then that's part of our jail population overcrowding here in Texas is half of our jail population is on a probation violation and a probation they should have never been on to begin with. And
Right.
so, and
And
hopefully,
now,
I mean,
I was gonna say something. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Stephanie, but
no, no,
I'm one of those people. Like people in the chat disagree with me, but I know you feel passionate about the criminal justice system. So I was saying a couple of things. One, I was saying even though she did make threats, she has not did or put her hands on anyone. So, I think I definitely do think she needed a time out, but I don't think that she needs like years and years or something like that. So
no.
I'll let you
And
answer part one.
yeah, so one of the things about obstruction and retaliation as opposed to like terroristic threat is usually it does not have to require that the threat be actual like a terroristic threat. This be hang on, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. The threat has to be basically of an imminent kind of danger, basically meaning that there is like credibility, like it's credible that you could carry this out, and like obstruction and retaliation doesn't require that. It could just mean any kind of crazy threat you want to make, whereas like a terroristic threat, I have to put you in fear. Like if I threatened you, it'd have to be a fear that I could actually do what it was I was going to say, what it is that I said I was going to do. Whereas obstruction and retaliation, it doesn't have to be a credible threat. It doesn't have to put you in imminent danger. It doesn't have to be anything that you really think could actually happen to you. That is along the lines of what the kinds of things that Jaguar would threaten people with is like things that she really probably could never actually do, right?
Right.
And so, I would think like that would be more easy to actually get dismissed. Particularly
Right.
if the people who were the targets of the threats were not really like had an axe to grind.
Right. And really, to tell you the truth, I don't think that she's capable of it. And then again, let's be clear. I'm not saying that threats cannot be carried out. I am not saying that at all. I'm just talking about in particular with Jag, because the lady is, a little different. She'll just throw shit out there and you just kind of like, oh, okay. What, like, for me, honestly, when she throws threats and say shit to me, now she's never said the stuff that she said about other people, but when she throws shit at me, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever, whatever, whatever. And Stephanie, you get a lot of hate on the internet, so you know all about that. Like those threats, I just like, all right, whatever. Like I don't, I don't trip over it for me. But someone out there who's just a subscriber, they hear somebody saying this kind of shit, they're like, whoa, hold on, like what the fuck is going on? Like they're really gonna be
Yeah.
at pause. But someone like me and you, we know kind of like the YouTube, I hate saying it this way, the YouTube game, we kind of understand the way it works. Intangible asks, does anyone think she'll make her bond? Stephanie speaks facts. Do you think that they'll come together and get her out, or no?
Well, I think I don't know. I don't know, because I think they may have to. I think the biggest question is if they require a cosigner, and if they require some kind of collateral. And what I mean by collateral, I mean collateral, like a house of some kind, a building, let's say real estate collateral. And
Right.
Who's got that? We're not just talking cash money here anymore. We're talking cosigners, we're talking people putting their shit on the line. Sorry, their stuff on the line. And I don't know if anybody's out here, that's friends with her, got stuff to put on the line any damn way. Do you? I mean, I don't know. That's just me. So I don't know who would, thinking that she's already run at least once, who would want to? That would be a bad business decision, I think.
I, I definitely gave them an IOU because I don't know where the money came from, but that was a good one. Shout out to Lil Jones. That was a good one right there. That was funny as hell. Did you see the comment, Stephanie?
Yeah, I can see it. That's funny.
I definitely don't know if it was me or it was someone else or whatnot. I want to go ahead and let Essence on real quick because she said that there was an actual threat with the threat was against the pen warden on the voicemail. So let me go ahead and let Essence up here.
Yeah.
Hey, Essence, how are you doing?
Hey. Okay, I just want to start by saying, like, dang, didn't know you had problems with specific YouTubers. I love you guys both. And I hope one day that this sector of YouTube can get along. I just want to put that out there. Honestly, seriously, like, it's hard to enjoy two different perspectives and then find out that y'all are at each other's necks. And then it looks as if you're supporting the mess when one person does it. So I just want to say I'm completely neutral. And I appreciate
neutral party. I definitely respect that. And trust me, there's no like issue like, oh, if I see you out on the street, we're gonna start buying. It's no real issue. It's like YouTube banter. But go ahead and the floor is yours, Essence. So go ahead and explain the whole warden thing, the threat.
So I spend a lot of time on another YouTuber's platform. I won't mention because obviously y'all have problems. However, I will say that the threat, we were talking about it today actually. The threat was like she had said she was gonna have somebody like go in his trash and expose that he was a cross dresser. Do you remember that? Oh my god, I don't remember that voice record. And what's so messy is that what do you call him? The Queen Dusty, he tried to pose that recording as an exclusive receipt or whatever. And mind you, we heard it when it happened. So when he did that, I was like, what? Like Jack posted it. So yeah, basically, remember she was calling all those people. She called the veterans hotline. She called the mayor's office, and she called and left Penn Warden a voicemail. And in the voicemail, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna have people go through your trash. I already have people on it. They're gonna go through your trash. You're and expose the fact that you're a cross dresser." So what was explained to me earlier was that it could be any kind of threat. Like it doesn't have to be, and I think Stephanie just said that too. It doesn't have to be like something like, oh, I'll do this, this, and this to your family, which she did do to Ramirez. She just basically said, like, I'm gonna have somebody go through your things. I'm gonna have somebody like expose you for being a cross-dresser, and you can't do that. And it was also said that like that's like prank calling, like a governor or a mayor. You know,
Right.
you can't do stuff
And,
like that.
and you're wasting their time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and one thing about Jag is that it just seems like she'll just randomly call people and say shit, and sometimes we wonder, like, is anybody like listening to this, or is anybody going to hold her accountable? So from what I'm hearing, that was a part of it, those threats that she was making.
Mm-hmm. That's what her. So you had the screenshot up, and again, it was all explained to me too because I was a little dumbfounded. It's like the one thing I will say is that the retaliation charge, that was because after she got arrested in DeSoto Police Department that one time and she cussed out the black lady. When she called
Yeah,
Penn
she was talking
Warden,
about Officer Ramirez and what she was going to do.
yeah,
Now that threat seemed worse than the whole cross-dresser
but
threat.
that's where the retaliation stems from, apparently, because she called Penn Warden because of that. So they considered that retaliation.
Oh, so that's where the
And that's
retaliation
why I
is.
always say, like, I wish the YouTube streets and other content creators could really get along, because what one person doesn't know, another person does know. And what that person doesn't know, the other person does know. And if everybody would get along, we all could have open discussions, because at the end of the day, keep Jag where she at. Like, she needs to be helped. She does need mental help, but like, nobody's advocating for her to A, get out of jail, and B, we're all side eyeing Queen Dusty.
Right.
Who's not side eyeing him right now? I know I am.
And and the thing about Jag is that I'm not saying that, oh, this woman needs to be free and live her life and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, what resources is there to actually help her? Because say she served her time, but she's still going to be Jag. Like, she's not going to change. Like, they're not going to help, get her right. Like, she needs that support system. I don't know if it's like the people around her or whatnot, but she needs something that we ain't never even seen or heard of to actually help her ass.
Okay, let me ask you this, and I want to ask the chat too. Has anyone ever watched the show Avatar: The Last Airbender? Anybody?
I know the show, but I'm not familiar with it.
Okay, let me use another example. Anybody seen the movie Orphan?
Yeah.
So Jag, in my opinion, is a sociopath with several, no, I'm being dead serious, with several mental disorders, where she is like she's like the Joker. Like, she's she's like a villain of a show. Like, she really is. Like, she thinks like that. So wherever she is, she's going to manipulate a situation for her own game, even if it's sick. Look what she did to her mom. Look what she did to Sam on live when she got arrested. She's really a sociopath, in my opinion. And that's not normal. That's not normal behavior. So and part of it is because she's not treating her her alleged schizophrenia that Goomba said that she has. And when you have mental disorder, and you also have like certain personality disorders, you're gonna be like Esther from Orphan. Like, you're gonna be
right. Yeah. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Let me tell you. I think also too, one of the things about Jag is that this whole kind of internet thing is like a sickness to her. And I think the best part is her not being on the internet. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, it was Intangible who actually told me she had seen my video. She had seen a video from a long time ago, back in 2020 or 2021 when I was talking about Jag. And now to see how it is now, it's crazy. You know what I mean? And so she did take a time period off. And I think this is like the best time for her to take that time off. You know what I mean? But Essence, thank you for coming up. I do appreciate you explaining that part. Thank you. That was cool. A lot of y'all like her. Yeah, I like Essence too. All right, let me let Stephanie back up here. What's up, Stephanie?
Hey, I got kicked
Yeah,
off.
and get those damn likes up too. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Thank you, Gerald, for coming. Yeah, get them damn likes up. What the hell? Anyway, go ahead.
Daddy get his belt. I'll give my belt. Get after y'all. Get the lights up. So okay. Yeah, I was just gonna echo what Essence was saying. I think she said it better than I did. Like, for it to be an obstruction of retaliation, all it has to be is you said something crazy to somebody involved in a case against you, to try to scare them from, going forward with testimony or going forward with talking to the police or anything like that. It's basically retaliating against a witness against you, essentially, or against anybody else, but that is like something that would be to your detriment, right?
Right.
But as opposed to like terroristic threat, the threat doesn't have to be credible. It could be any kind of whack-a-mole thing you wanted to say, like she said about Officer Ramirez, like she said about, Pinwarden, about all these crazy things that, like 9 times out of 10, like she couldn't even begin to do, much less actually, take all the way, right? And so that way, that's the difference between that and terroristic threat, whereas terroristic threat has to be something that actually somebody scared you could actually do to them. And so that's also because a lot of people say really crazy shit that are stuff that gets them charged with the obstruction of retaliation against a witness. And because a lot of those threats are they are bonkers, like the ones Jag made. And a lot of times that means that in the end, they're easier to get dismissed because it's like you call up Pinward and it's like, did you really think, like the prosecution, call up and be like, did you ever think that she would, actually go forward with this? Like, did you, were you actually afraid? And he, let's say 50% of the time, he's going to go like, nah, this is just some crazy woman ranting on YouTube. I didn't really think she was ever going to be able to do any of this, and that would actually weigh in her favor, not against her, but in her favor, because the state would be like, our victim's chill, she's obviously mentally ill. This was just the rantings of somebody that's got mental health problems on social media. And they would probably take that into account in her favor, as opposed to, like the more bonkers the threat, the more time she's going to get. Actually, it might be the complete opposite.
Right. Somebody asked, does she need an actual physical address?
For a bond? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but you can use anybody. Well, I've never been to jail, but I thought you could use anybody's address to kind of.
You can. It's just like it just depends on the county. I would imagine that it's not like you're on parole where they're going to do house checks. They're not going to come looking for you.
Right. I'm thinking the address part is probably the least of her worries. Is somebody actually willing to put up the money to get her out, right?
And co-sign if they need a co-signer, and also like put their collateral on the line, because this just jumped from a straight 10% to she already run once kind of thing.
Yeah, she's a fugitive. I keep calling her fugitive. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that's what she was. Like, did she have the intent on running from the state? No. However, when you got court and then you trying to go to a whole different state, I mean, there's no other word to call it.
Right.
She was on vacation. Okay, I'll say that.
She was on vacation, but there is also, I guess, information provided to the bail company. It looks like, they got information from somewhere that made them surrender on her bond the first time. And I know there's like people out here saying that Legina had gone and said that basically she was gone and she wasn't coming back. They had surrendered off her bond one time. And that really makes it hard for, a new bond company to come in and be like, oh yeah, we'll just put it up. No big deal. I mean, sure she's not going to do it again. Nobody in the world is going to look at this like, I'm sure she's not going to do it again. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Right.
These bondsmen put a lot on the line when they post somebody's bond. They put their own property up. They're bonded. That's where we get the word bonded, bail bonds. And their property is on the line, which means that's why they go get you like a bounty hunter, or they just don't put up for people they think are at risk.
Exactly. Real quick, I want to address something in the chat real quick. No one is forcing you to be here. So if you are going to be disrespectful, I'm not going to address you or terrorize. I'm gonna just ignore it. And then if I get irritated, I'm just going to time you out. I'm not gonna block you. I'm just gonna time you out. I do want to let you know something else too as well. Remember, I had this conversation with y'all about, me being a man, sometimes we don't like to be nagged. And when you nag me, it really does piss me off. Please do not nag me. Stephanie didn't nag me. She wasn't the one. It was somebody in the chat who put something disrespectful. And like I said, I'm not holding anybody hostage. You can click off the video. So next time you want to be rude or you want to say something or put an emoji in the chat, you can kiss my ass. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Well, and I'll just say to add on to that, I nag him all the time, and trust me, he gets on my ass. Like, he's like, shut up. And I'm like, okay, sorry, move along, cuz, move along, So, I mean, I could be a witness that he don't like nagging. Don't nag him.
Yeah. Don't nag me. Do not nag me. That irritates me. Do not nag me.
That's right. Well,
right. But anyway.
Okay, well, I'm going to drop back down.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm getting ready to end the show, Stephanie. We've been on for almost an hour. I said we was only doing 30 minutes, but I had you come up, then I had Essence come up. So, I wanted to give y'all time to speak. But definitely, I appreciate you. Love you.
Of course. Love you, cuz. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, you guys, that's the end of our show. Like I said, I don't know why the reason why I keep touching my screen and moving around is because my phone keeps timing out. When you don't use your phone, how it goes, the screen go black. Well, usually it's not supposed to do that when I'm on StreamYard. So I got to probably restart my phone or something like that and figure out what the hell is going on. But I want to say, make sure you guys get the likes up. Also, I appreciate all of y'all for being here. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's not about who's right and this and that. It's about what's right. I don't care about whoever talks about Jaguar. When I said that whole thing about I'm the only person with the correct information on Jaguar Wright, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. When I said that, that was just being shady or whatever. I really don't care. If y'all got all the correct information, y'all go ahead and do your thug thizzle. I do not care. Trust me. Y'all can have the Jaguar Wright content. I just like getting on here and just talking a little shit and giving my perspective on the scenario. Y'all can deal with the family, the friends, Jag. Y'all get the exclusives. Go ahead and get the exclusives. I do not care. I'm just going to talk about it on my channel because at the end of the day, I don't have to deal with the headache talking to the friends, the family, the this, the that. I don't want that no more. It's exhausting. It's fake. It's this and that. I don't want to deal with nothing. Y'all go ahead and deal with the headache, and then I'll just come on my channel and talk my shit and drop a few little facts, sprinkle the facts in here and there. You know what I mean? Other than that, y'all, we're going to have a great day. We're going to continue to be great. We're going to continue to prosper. And like I said, this is all in fun. There's no beef, no hate between anybody. There is one person I really don't like. But other than that, even the person I mentioned today, I really don't care. I don't hate them, but it is what it is. But anyway, we out of here, y'all. Deuces. Where the hell is here we go.